Hey everyone, don't forget to click the link in my description and subscribe to my new podcast channel. New podcasts will be coming out soon. You guys remember the Friday the 13th series, how they always thought Jason was finally dead, only to have him suddenly return once again to terrorize more people? Yeah, that appears to be happening with feminism. Here I was, living a blissful, happy life, thinking that feminism was finally dead. I have not even made a feminist response video in like 7 months. But then, this year hits, and bam! Out of the blue, more blue-haired armpit freaks have appeared to spew their propaganda once more. Some of this recent feminist stuff has been so stupid and so cringeworthy. Just get the chemotherapy. Rather than this be a response to just one feminist, this is going to be a response to a series of stupid things feminists have recently done. So consider this a try not to laugh challenge. Feminist edition. Number 1, the women's strike. Yeah, when I said that feminists have struck again, I quite literally meant feminists are striking again. For reasons unknown. The whole thing was a little bit confusing to me because one second we have feminists saying this. You know, there's a wage gap where women are paid less than men. And then we also have the same feminists saying this. Let's skip work! Life is confusing. Basically what happened was, on March 8th, a bunch of women who think that they are oppressed, but they're also privileged enough to skip work without any consequences, have decided to go on strike from flirting, errands, makeup, and shaving. Wow. Look everybody, it's a girl with hairy legs. I didn't even know she was on strike, I just thought she was a feminist. Another thing these feminists went on strike from, probably the worst thing of all, childcare. Childcare. Yeah, I feel really bad for these kids. Their mom is a demon who neglects them for their own feminist agenda. Mom, help! I'm drowning in the bath! Shut up, Johnny, your mom's on strike! Basically, these women allowed their hair to grow and their children to perish to protest for and against bigotry, healthcare, $15 minimum wage, and expansion of childcare. Alright, see, I can get behind the last one here. In fact, I will beg for the last one. Please, government, Donald Trump, if you hear me, step in. Take these children away from these witches that they call mother. This event, however, turned out to be nothing but a complete and total fail. This is not Saudi Arabia, where women are treated like dirt under Islam. This is the West, where the wage gap does not exist after the Equal Pay Act of 1963, and women have equal rights and equal opportunity. These feminists out here striking and protesting are just bored and probably a little bit angry that their lesbian lover is not giving them any attention. So please, feminists, stop trying to act like the victim in a world where you have everything. Number 2, the Nike hijab and feminism. Another thing that has recently happened that I'm sure you all are aware of, Nike has released a Nike hijab. Oppression. In a sporty way. I know, I'm already gonna have a bunch of retards in the comments saying stuff like, the hijab is a choice, Hunter, it's not oppression. Yeah, well, tell that to the girls who were murdered for not wearing one, you pathetic Islam apologist. And here's what Nike is releasing next. The Nike burqa, the Nike stones, and the Nike male guardians. My brain cannot really fathom the amount of stupidity you need to possess in order to call yourself a feminist and also be pro-Islam and especially pro-hijab. Women literally cover themselves with the hijab so that men do not lust after them. Think about that, feminists. Women are changing the way they dress and changing their appearance for the sake of men and so that men don't lust after them. That is far more real and palpable patriarchy than your false little wage gap and your stupid propaganda that you've resorted to spewing now. Yet for whatever reason, feminism is either silent to Islam or they embrace Islam with open arms. This perfectly leads into yet another feminist being totally stupid because this feminist actually claims to be a Muslim. Back in February, this woman said this.
Excuse me, Islam to me is the most feminist religion.
Life is meaningless.
Excuse me, Islam to me is the most feminist religion. We don't take our husbands' last names because we ain't their property. Right?
Alright, sure, sweetheart. Why don't you try telling that to this guy? Actually, come to think about it, you better not do that. You might get pelted with some Nike stones. Islam and feminism are both somewhat similar, in the sense that they're both filled with mostly stupid people who are ignorant to their own religion or their own movement, and then there's also some radicals that want to kill people. Time and time again, we see both feminists being ignorant to their own movement, thinking it stands for equality when it no longer does, and Muslims being ignorant to their own religion, thinking that it's peaceful and doesn't harm women. Not only this, but Islam is the #1 biggest cancer on this entire planet, whereas feminism is the second biggest cancer. So yes, you retard, Islam is the most feminist religion, just in different ways than you were thinking of. Number 3, more things are sexist. Recently, even more things have turned out to be secretly sexist, everyone. This includes the return of the sexist air conditioning. Yeah, that's how you know feminists are getting more and more privileged by the minute.
You know, I haven't really been feeling very oppressed lately, but I am kind of cold. Patriarchy!
In an article posted in February of this year by Always Bad Crap, it says, freezing in the office? It's because air conditioning standards are sexist. You see, men love air conditioning, but women often shiver. You know what I mean. The men are fine in short sleeves, but the women have to wear cardigans and scarves. So let me get this straight, and I don't mean to trigger you feminists. At one point, women are super strong and independent, but women are also super weak and scared of air conditioning. Got it. And I mean, do you even hear yourself when you speak? Some women have to wear scarves in their air-conditioned office. Man, that's some real sexism right there. Meanwhile, in Saudi Arabia, a man is given lashes for adultery, while a woman is stoned to death for adultery. Glad to see you guys have your priorities straight, you stupid dolts. And now, the most recent sexist conspiracy has been officially exposed, everybody. Sexist traffic lights. Female traffic light signals to go up at pedestrian crossing as Committee for Melbourne tackles unconscious bias. I'm done.
No, it's just not fun.
We know that Melbourne is the world's most livable city, and we would really like to see Melbourne also known as the world's most equal city. You are dumb beyond belief! You feminists want to really make your city a more equal place? Well, instead of spending $14,000 to change something no one cares about, start helping the 44% of women who are homeless in Australia. Why don't you try using that money to actually help women, instead of trying to change unconscious bias or whatever that freaking buzzword was? And this is only a few of the stupid things that feminists have recently done. However, the good news is that more and more people are becoming aware that feminism no longer means equality and it's nothing more than propaganda. In fact, 85% of Americans already believe in women's equality, while only 18% consider themselves special snowflakes. I mean feminists. The feminist movement is thankfully dying, and it's really easy to see why. Maybe when feminists actually start paying attention to real issues and stop whining about useless crap, their movement will catch on again. Maybe when feminism chooses to stop ignoring Islam's mistreatment of women, their movement will be popular again. But until then, I'll just leave the hairy, ugly beasts to fend for themselves. Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel for new videos all the time. Thanks everyone for watching. Peace out.